Here, children. Hi, hello, everybody. I think you have watched my videos. I explained you some poems. Now, I want to explain you grammar topic. First, I'll tell you what is it. I don't mention the topic to this. Now, see here. He said, I am happy. See the first box. He said that he was happy. What do you find in the first sentence and what do you find in the second sentence? What is the difference between first sentence and second sentence? What do you find? What changes do you find in the first and second? Come on, tell me, children. First, you observe the sentence carefully. Yeah, there is a comma in the first sentence. There are inverted commas. Next, I is there, am is there in the first sentence. In the second sentence, there are no punctuation marks, no commas, no quotations. We used one extra word, that. In the place of I, we wrote he. In the place of am, we wrote was. Okay, yeah. You found the difference between first sentence and the second sentence. Okay, so the sentence which is having inverted commas or commas, punctuation marks, either exclamatory mark or question mark or quotations or comma, whatever may be, the sentence which is having punctuation marks, that sentences are called as direct speech. Next, the sentences which don't have any punctuation marks, they have only full stop in the end. Such sentences are called indirect speech. That is the first indication which you should remember. Remember, children, the sentences with punctuation marks. Punctuation marks means commas, quotation marks, exclamatory mark, question mark. When you have these type of punctuation marks in the sentence, that sentence is called direct speech. The sentence which don't have any punctuation marks, it is called indirect speech. We have only full stop in the end. Now, why do we say direct speech, madam? Why do we say indirect speech, madam? You may get it out. Direct speech means the exact words quoted by the speaker. The exact words, exact dialogue quoted by the speaker is called direct speech. The exact words are kept in inverted commas. Okay, they are called as inverted commas or quotation mark. We can say anything. Okay, the exact words spoken by the speaker are kept in quotation marks. So it is called as direct speech. Indirect speech means we tell them indirectly. For example, I'll tell you. First, you identify the sentence. He said, I am happy. Here, the first sentence is divided into two parts. It is ending, first part is ending with the verb, isn't it? That verb is called, he said, he exclaimed, he thought, he told, all these type of verbs are called as reporting verb. The first verb near the comma is called reporting verb. Next, the exact words quoted by the speaker is called reported speech. It is called reported speech. Why we call it as reported speech means the exact words come out from the whatever he told, the dialogue will be given in the quotations. That we are presenting in between the quotations. That dialogue is called as reported speech. Did you understand? The direct speech has two parts in a sentence. The first part, the first verb said is called as reporting verb. The dialogue which is spoken by the speaker which is told by the speaker is reported speech. In the same way, see here, mother said to me, you are clever. Said is which type of verb? Reporting verb. You are clever. What is the dialogue said? What did mommy say? You are clever. So that dialogue is kept in quotation marks. So it is called as reported speech. Now did you understand the difference between reporting verb and reported speech? Okay. Now when we write indirect sentence, indirect speech, you have to make the first sentence, which is in two parts, into one. You have to remove all the punctuation marks and make it as a simple sentence and end with full stop. So he said, I am happy. Means he said that he was happy. What is that verse, madam? He, madam, you may get it out. See here, in the first sentence, you had punctuation marks. We removed. Second, you have to bother of pronouns. Pronoun, I is the pronoun there. In the second sentence, what did we use? He. Okay. He said, I am happy. I means who here? He only, that boy. So he was happy. We had to remove the punctuation marks. We have to change the pronouns. Next, tense. Am, is and am are present tense. Then you have to change the tense. If it is in the present tense, you have to change it to past tense. Indirect speech must be written in the past tense. So you have to change the tense. Next, when you write indirect speech, you have to use conjunction. What is that conjunction? That. You use the conjunction that. In many of the tenses, you use that. So, children, when you find the difference between direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech will be with punctuation marks, quotations. Okay. Indirect speech will not have any punctuation marks. First point. Next, you have to change the pronouns. You have to change the tense. You have to use conjunction. Okay. These are the 4 points you have to remember very, very carefully. Punctuation marks, pronoun. You have to concentrate on punctuation marks, pronoun, tense and conjunction. Okay. Next, the first sentence is in 2 parts. You must make it into 1 part. The first sentence is in 2 parts, but the second sentence is made as 1. Means you have to make into 1 sentence only. Okay. Did you get the idea? So the speech which is in quotation marks is called as direct speech. Which doesn't have any punctuation marks is called as indirect speech. Okay. Now let us see the title, direct speech and indirect speech. There are 2 ways of relating the words of a speaker. They are direct speech and indirect speech. Madam, what is this direct and indirect means? Now, for example, children, you want a dress. You say, mommy, I want one dress. Then what mommy will buy immediately and give to you? No, she will tell to dad. Dad's Minnie wants one dress, it seems. Shall we buy? She will go and report to dad. Dad say, of course, yes, why not? Okay, let us buy one dress to our child. Dad feels happy and brings one dress to you. Okay. Now, first you told to whom? To mommy. Then you told to dad. Your exact words are heard by whom? Mom. You are number 1. You passed your message to number 2. Who is the number 2? Mother. Next, mother passed that message to whom? Dad. Who is number 3? Dad. So, your words are exactly what you tell, the words are exactly heard by your mother. Then what you want, she will convey to dad. That is the third person. First person will speak to second will go to third. First you spoke, mommy, I want one dress. Number 1, you are number 1. It went to number 2. Who is number 2? Mother. Mommy says, okay, yeah. First, will she buy the dress immediately? No. She conveys that meaning. She conveys that message to dad. She says, our child wants one dress, it seems, shall we buy? Then dad says, of course, yes. So from second person, that message went to third person. So the exact words what you quote are direct speech. The second to third, what mommy quoted about you, what mommy conveyed, what mommy carried the message from you to dad is called indirect speech. Did you understand? Now see here, direct speech is one in which the actual words of a person are quoted. Here, the exact words of the speaker are put in within the quotation marks or inverted commas. A comma is placed before the remark. Remark means verb, reporting verb. Okay, now see here, he said, I am very busy now. This is direct speech only, isn't it? He said, one comma is placed after said. You have to differentiate the dialogue and the reporting verb by using comma. After reporting verb, after writing reporting verb, he said you have to put compulsorily comma. You have to give comma after reporting verb. Then start the exact words reported speech with quotations, inverted commas. Okay, I am very busy now. She said, we are happy. These are direct speech, dialogues of direct speech. Now see how these sentences will change into indirect speech. So while changing into indirect speech, what you should remember? You have to remember to remove quotation marks, punctuation marks. You have to remember about the pronoun. You have to remember the tense. You have to make the sentence into one single sentence. These 4 points are very, very essential. See here, I told you punctuation marks, pronoun, tense, conjunction. Number 4th one is conjunction. You have to use conjunction. And number 5 is you have to make it into one single sentence. These 5 points are very, very essential for you to do direct to indirect. First, punctuation marks. Avoid punctuation marks. You have to change the pronoun. You have to change the tense. You have to change the conjunction. You have to add conjunction. And the first sentence, the sentence must be in the direct speech is in 2 parts. It should be as one. Okay. Now let us go. I'll explain you. Direct speech you understood. Now let us go to the indirect speech. In indirect speech, the words of the speaker are not quoted but indirectly reported so as to convey the meaning. You told you want mommy, I want one dress. Did daddy, you go and say, did mommy say to daddy, I want one dress? Did she say like that, or did she say, Arey, our Minnie wants one dress? Did she say like that, our Minnie wants one dress, it seems? She said like that, or I want one dress. She said exactly what you said. Those words did she say? No, she said our Minnie wants one dress, it seems. Shall we buy? She asked. So she asked indirectly. Okay, here some conjunction is used in indirect speech. We have to use some conjunction. Pronoun is changed. Verb is changed. Quotation marks are removed. Okay, when you come from direct to indirect speech, you have to do these changes. What are those? You have to use conjunction. You have to change the pronoun. You have to change the verb. You have to remove the quotation marks. These 4 points are very, very essential. And now see here, for the previous I said, he said, I am very busy now. Then what is this? He said that he was very busy then. Now must be changed into then. Okay, he said that they were happy. Here what is there? See, he said we are happy. She said we are happy. Then what did we write here? She said that they were happy. Here was then what are these, madam? You may get it out. Now see here, when you change direct to indirect speech, you should know some words, how to change, what to change. The following are the changes to be noticed while changing direct into indirect speech. See, if the reporting verb is in the past tense, first you have to remember, if the reporting verb, what is reporting verb? Said. When there is if the reporting verb in the direct speech is in the past tense, okay, then actually first let us go to that simple present tense changes to simple past. All the present forms will change to past forms. Simple present will change to simple past. I think you all know well the tenses. You are well versed with the tenses, isn't it, children? After learning the tenses only, we go for active voice, passive voice, and direct speech, indirect, and all. Okay, tenses are the heart of the English grammar. First teachers teach tenses and then go for these things. You all well versed with the tenses. Now let us go for direct speech. First you should know that all the present forms, simple present tense change to simple past. Present continuous will change to past continuous. Present perfect will change to past perfect. Okay, first these three forms, and present perfect continuous also changes to past perfect continuous. All the present forms will change to past forms. Okay, now you got the idea, I think. So okay, tomorrow can I explain you the next, I just gave you introduction. Tomorrow I'll explain you the topic clearly.